our school, Sister Cecilia Russell. The household is Sister Rachel Cooper. In our setting, she's making a return visit on someone who showed interest. And Sister Russell's theme, does the Bible say that the soul survives the death of the body? Sister Russell, please.
Hi, how are you doing this evening, Ms. Cooper? I'm fine, thank you. Well, I'm so glad that I was able to catch you again. Last time I was here, I left a brochure entitled, What Does God Require of Us? Did you get a chance to look over it?
Yeah, I looked over it a little bit, but I have a question. Well, in my religion, we believe that we live on after death. The good go to heaven, and the bad will definitely go to hell. It's hot down there. But you know what? I heard that you Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe that. What do you believe in?
Well, I can totally understand you wanting to know what happens to someone when they die. So what I would like to do is go over a few scriptures with you from the Bible to help you understand it. Would that be okay?
Sure, that'll be fine. I know you guys know your Bible.
Well, thank you. The first scripture I'd like to share with you is Psalms 146 and verse 4. That's Psalms 146 and verse 4. And would you read that for me?
Sure. Psalms 146, 4 reads, His spirit goes out, and he goes back to the ground, and in that day his thoughts do perish.
So from this scripture, we can see that when a person dies, their spirit goes where?
Well, it says it goes right back to the ground.
And
it goes back to the ground.
And what happens to their thoughts?
They perish. That's very interesting. I never knew that.
Now, let me let you look at another scripture, and that's Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 5. And I'm going to read that one. That's Ecclesiastes 9 verse 5. And it says, For the living are conscious that they will die, but as for the dead, they are conscious of nothing at all. Neither do they any more have wages, because the remembrance of them have been forgotten. So from verse 5, we can see that a living person is conscious of what?
They are conscious that they will die.
But pay close attention to the B part, which says that a dead person is conscious of what?
Nothing at all.
So when a person is conscious of nothing at all, that means that they can't see, feel, smell, or touch, right?
Right.
Now, let me show you one more scripture that talks about the soul.
Well, isn't the soul like, is it like the emotional part of you?
Well, it's sort of more like a person in itself.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to share this other scripture with you, and that's at Ezekiel chapter 18, and that's verse 4. That's Ezekiel 18:4. Yes, please.
It says, Look, all the souls to me they belong. As the soul of the Father, so likewise the soul of the Son, to me they belong. The soul that is sinning, it itself will die.
So we can see that the soul will die. So if the soul will die, can the soul harm?
No, it definitely says that the soul is dead. So you're conscious of nothing at all.
That's right. So now do you kind of understand why I believe that the dead cannot harm us, and also that when they die, that their bodies do not survive, that their soul does not survive?
Yeah, I can see that from the scriptures you shared with me, and thank you so much for that. But you know what? I really, really want to learn more.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I have this book entitled, What Does the Bible Really Teach? And inside of it, it has a lot of good topics. So what I like to do is leave it with you, and maybe I can come back next week this same time, and we can go over maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs.
Sure, that'd be great.
All right.
Thank you, Sister Russell, and welcome to our State Medicine School. You did very well. We certainly enjoyed this fine information you gave. A very technical and touchy subject for so many people in the world today. handled it very well, Sister Russell. You also being counsel on your words being clearly spoken, meaning that we understood everything you said. You did very well. Good enunciation, correct enunciation, good volume, pace, and you were clearly understandable. Now, what I appreciated about your talk is your eye contact with your householder. You asked a barrage of questions, and then you look at her to see, did she really know the answer? You know? And that's good. That's a very good sign of not only paying attention, but clearly speaking your words and expecting a clear answer as well. Your speech wasn't slurred. You were very careful how you use your speech organs. We understood the words you said. There's a point mentioned in our book about tension. I guess we all could attest to the fact that you weren't tense. You seemed very relaxed in speaking to the household. That's good. The book mentions that tension can destroy a point you're trying to make with the householder. They can detect if you're tense. It's a sign perhaps you don't know what you're saying, or you're asking the wrong questions, or you don't have the answers. But you had no sign of tension. There's one point mentioned. I have a minute left. Turn your books to page 87. You mentioned the point about being tense. And the very vital point, 87. And it's about the fourth paragraph down. It says, learning to release tension can also improve your speech. It is well known that tension in facial muscles or in those controlling your breathing can have an adverse effect on the speech mechanism. Such tension interferes with the harmonious coordination that should exist between your mind, your vocal organs, and breath control. An operation that should be smooth and natural. So let's not be tense. And you certainly weren't, Sister Russell. You were very relaxed in your explanation of the scriptures. And your words were certainly clearly spoken. Thank you very much. We look forward and welcome again to our Theocratic Ministry School. And this brings our school to a close. Now we're going to give